fillet your gel cups just like I did.
Drop your head down and they'll come right back on.
$500 a pair. Basically where I'm getting at with this is don't be afraid to modify your helmet. Hey guys, what's up? It's John. Welcome back to the Gray Farm YouTube channel. I got a new helmet. I'm swapping all of the stuff off of the AOR1 Maritime onto just a regular tan Maritime. This one, the pads in it are beat. It's a large/extra large. This one over here is a large. It's the updated sizing. Fits my head way better, has a Lux liner in it. So we are going to swap the stuff on here over to here. I've already got this mount installed. This is like my favorite mount. I've talked about it on another video. It doesn't have a breakaway on it, so it's kind of like big boy rules. Just don't f up. If you're driving and you have like low hanging branches and you're in the back of a truck, just unclip your chin piece, and if you hit something, it'll take your helmet off and you can stop and get it or whatever you got to do. But like I said, I prefer no breakaway. So that is ran through this OpsCore helmet cover. So I didn't do that. The guy that I got this from, I had traded another Maritime for it, but I did not do that. Somebody else did that. So hate on him in the comments if you want. It also has this light on here already and one of the Ferro battery pack system, I think is what they call it, but I use it as a counterweight. So let's talk about this helmet. First things first, I want to tell you something I learned when running this system. I ran my cable through the back because I didn't like to go underneath for my Peltors. Now, there's other ways to run Peltors. You can run a straight pair like this underneath the helmet. You don't have to have them mounted. The band is a little uncomfortable for some people. I don't like it particularly. I would rather run them mounted on the helmet. But then again, you have to buy the arc rails, and then you also have to have another set of hearing protection, which gets pretty expensive. I think these things are like $500 a pair, so that might not be the option for you. So, you know, run it how you want, try different things. If you want to be cheap and you want to run the headband and run this for everything on the range too, and you're not wearing a helmet, go for it. Or just be big body and wear a helmet all the time and just get a fat horse neck. But so this is what I did not like about this. I ran the wire under the back here and I used 2 zip ties. Now I cut these zip ties as close to the little bracket as I possibly could, and this left a really sharp edge, which I didn't think was going to be a big deal, but whenever you go to tuck your Peltors up, it would get caught on this little sharp edge and it filleted the inside of my gel cups. It's actually, I have gel on my hand now from the inside of that gel cup being perforated by that zip tie. So make sure if you do this, melt the end, leave enough that you can melt the end of the zip tie or put some tape on it or something. Otherwise, you're gonna fillet your gel cups just like I did. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the Noise Fighter ones. They make a gel cup with an insert inside of it for your M-frames or your iPro to go in. So you don't get that like Peltor ear headache thing. So that's super sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and try those out next. Otherwise, yeah, that's just about it. I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking this one down and start putting my stuff onto the other one. I'm gonna use the same Peltor arc rail setup because I like it. And that's the cool thing about being a civilian. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow an SOP or anything like that. And to get the zip ties in here, you can just thread them through the arc rail. There's a little bit of a gap behind here, so people will like tie different things, and you can like kind of be creative and play around with it. There's multiple different ways to do it. Sweet. And then I think they just slide out of there like that. It doesn't seem like that's the way it should work. It is. It's always kind of a pain in the butt getting these arc rails on, but the nice thing is you only have to do it once or twice or whatever. And then there's multiple positions you can put them in. I just like them on the very first one. I'm gonna have to probably take this Princeton Tech light off. Yeah. I'll either put that back on or I'll get one of the the S&S mount for the Surefire. Those are pretty sick. You can throw like a vampire or something on there. and it is a really cool system. The mount's just really expensive. I think it's like 300 bucks. Once you do one, it's really easy to do the other one. Got gel from my pop gel cups on here. Sweet. And then now we just have to route this cable. I'll do that in a second. Just so you know, on my counterweight, I run 3 5.56 mags taped together, or 3 5.56 mags. 3 5.56 stripper clips taped together and just thrown in the back of my battery pack. I need to go over this with like some black electrical tape or something, but it creates a nice counterweight and it also gives you rounds in case you absolutely need them. See if I can throw this Princeton Tech light back on. Nope, it won't fit. Surefire it is. They've got some cool mounting options on this helmet, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably go like that and run it across. For the time being, I'll just throw it back there. Make sure if you're doing this and you have your headphones tilted up, say you have them tilted up like this, and you tie all your wires down, you might not have enough wire to come down. So make sure you always do them when they're all the way down. And then inside of this helmet, it's been fitted with what's called the Lux liner from OpsCore. It's a little bit different than the past one I had. This is a look at the past one. As you can see, it's got these little side things on the ears. A lot of people cut those out because they are a pinch point, but basically where I'm getting at with this is don't be afraid to modify your helmet. There's multiple different liners you can use. This is a regular OpsCore Maritime liner. This is the Lux liner. Team Wendy also makes another liner that you can use. It'll strap right into this one. It's pretty awesome. They also make a one with vented pads. The sky's the limit. You can take pads out, put them in, do what you need to do to get this thing to fit you perfectly, because everybody's head's shaped a little bit different. So a lot of that is taken into consideration with this design. So if you have a pinch point or something doesn't feel right or you can't find the right size, play around with a different combination, try on some of your buddies' stuff, and figure out there is a helmet for you. So even just, you know, going from this helmet, which is a large/extra large with a regular liner, to a large, which is the current sizing, which is just small, medium, large. They don't do, it used to be small, medium, large, extra large. Now they do small, medium, large, extra large. So this is a large with the Lux liner. Fits me absolutely perfect. So there is that. We are gonna take my S&S strobe. Well, it lost half the Velcro on it. That's cool though. Throw that on there. I don't even know how you get this freaking unit off. Just like that, I guess. This one doesn't have a spot for a lanyard. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, I got some cool patches we can accessorize with. This is the old school Rendezvous group one. That thing's pretty sick. That's a super OG patch. If you know, you know. Old helmet, gonna go on the shelf. Here is the new one. Not really too much to set up. I need to get a big, thick rubber band to run over top of this mount. It just takes out that little bit of play. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little bit of play in the mount. What you do is you run a zip tie, or not a zip tie, a rubber band behind here. You like run it just 2 loops and you can loop it over this, and it'll take that little bit of play out of there. Let's see. So I'll probably use some of these patches to hold down some of the wires for the time being. I'm gonna loop that one through like this. We've got some Louis V, some Fear Tomorrow, some from the homies. Let's do the pink Louis Vuitton to piss off the fuds. Sweet, and then let's see, throw a little warm fuzzy on there. I said pull your wires down or you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, warm fuzzy's not quite doing it. Let's see, we got let's do Gucci. We did Louis on the other side, we'll do Gucci on this side. These are these patches are from Designer Goons. Designer Goons on Instagram. The homie. Show him a little love. Show these wires some love. That one's a little tight. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna go with the old Rendezvous group on the back of this one again, because you can't go wrong there. So, yeah. All right, there it is. Ops Core Maritime, just the tan one with the PVS 15s, Peltor Comtac 3s, Faro back pouch, counterweight, S&S strobe, Designer Goons, Rendezvous Intelligence Group. Yeah, and then here I'll do one. Tripper clips, a Rendezvous Intelligence Group, and yeah, that is a super simple helmet setup. Basically, if you want a turnkey out of the box system, this is a pretty good way to go. Team Wendy makes one. Their bump helmets are good. I don't really like their ballistics. They look kind of goofy. Hardhead Veterans lies about their ballistic stuff, so don't use them, or do if you want. Some people say OpsCore lies about their ballistic testing, but you know, OpsCore has been tested in combat for a long time and has saved a lot of people's life. So whatever you're gonna do, buy a bump, buy a ballistic. Me personally, if I'm gonna wear a helmet, I'm gonna wear a ballistic. Fred from Counting Coop Tactical, he is the same way. He was an old school PJ, or no, he's an old school CCT from the 2.4 STS, so tons of missions, been there, seen that. He says if you need to see in combat, in order to see, you need to poke your head out, and therefore you should have a ballistic. So, yep, there you go, guys. Let me see, I'll just put it on for you real quick, show you kind of what it looks like. Peltors come down, you can just click them in, and then they adjust up and down so you can get them perfectly on there. But yeah, that is what a very simple turnkey helmet system looks like. Kind of ideas, considerations. Like I said, throw a rubber band on there. It will take that little bit of play out of here. That way if you're running, if you need to see underneath your nods, quick little tip, like say the lights come on or whatever, these are auto-gated, so they will, you know, naturally filter out the light as much as possible. Say you get hit with a really bright white light or spotlight or whatever, you can tilt them up like that on your head and look underneath them. And then if you need them again, like say the spotlight or whatever turns out, you can just drop your head down and they'll come right back on. So that's a little tip. But yeah, there you go. That is basic turnkey, or basic, not basic. That is a good ballistic helmet setup. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions, all the support. Can't tell you how much it means to us. Keep following, liking, subscribing, and drop a comment. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Tell us how stupid we are. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Peace.